What's up, everybody? Good morning. This is your boy Batman333, and today we have a special video that we're gonna go over today, and this is gonna be my video breakdown of NBA The Run. Now, I was streaming for a little bit, and I didn't realize that there was no audio, so we are gonna start this video today with proper audio, and let's get into it. Alright. So I used to be into sports games. I used to play a lot of the old school ones. When I say old school, I'm talking like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all the way up into 3DO, PlayStation, so on and so forth. My experiences with sports games range from the old school Maddens, Tecmo Bowl. On Nintendo, I used to play Double Dribble. Then later down the line, when NBA Live became a thing, Larry versus Bird versus Jordan, and all those types of video games. But I used to play in the arcade Arch Rivals, which was the start of these types of games back in the arcade. Arch Rivals. Then we had Run and Gun, which was kind of cool. I used to love that game. Up into NBA Jam, NBA Street. NBA Jam used to be my love, because I used to love how you could put the code combinations in there and unlock the big head mode, and unlock the secret characters from the Mortal Kombat developers and NBA Jam. They also worked on NBA Jam. So I've had my share, and I played the Visual Concepts very first 3D NBA 2K when that first came out, and it was so impressive. I was not even looking at playing a sports game until that game came out on Dreamcast. So and then into the current NBA 2K games. I don't play them very often, but the last one that I played was NBA 2K23, because that one featured Jordan and had all the Jordan moments, and that was my era of basketball. 90s era, that kind of elbow grease, elbowing people in the chest kind of basketball. And I used to play a little basketball with friends and stuff like that. So I've had my share of being exposed to basketball. But this game is NBA The Run. It is basically the spiritual successor to the game NBA Street Volume 1 and 2. There's just no doubt about it. From the look and the design, the concept, sort of the mechanics, all of it seems to be very similar to NBA Street, but it's unfortunately, the major difference is that this has no offline mode whatsoever. And it's kind of disappointing, because, granted, the positive thing is that the game's only like $30, but the downside, like I said, is it's online only. So if you have no internet connection, or you got a bad one, you're not going to be able to play this game with people, unfortunately. So hopefully the studio, I believe they're called Play by Play Games, they listen to fan feedback and they add an offline mode of some sorts. Another thing that they don't have is any kind of base tutorial to teach you how to play this game. I mean, okay, so there's a game, I forget what it's called, but it's on the VR. It's like Blacktop Street Hoops or something like that. You can play it in VR, which is a fantastic and fun game, by the way, which also features Babito Garcia. So it felt to me like this is the game that came out after the fact, because that game is basically this, but it has a story mode. You have to unlock characters by progressing through the story, and then you can play online with your friends, and it has all the flash and and the sort of fun factor of street basketball. And this game seems like this was supposed to be that. Now it's just adding NBA players, but they didn't add the offline mode. that other game I'm referring to has a pretty comprehensive tutorial. Matter of fact, as you play and go to another, like character that's in there, you learn the different mechanics of the game. And I wish that they would have done something like that in here. And maybe charged a couple more bucks for the game. But we'll see. Maybe hopefully down the lane, they'll add some new content to it and more features and stuff. But today, that's the purpose of this, is we want to do a little breakdown of the game, talk about the functions and the features, how to play, do mechanics, and sort of like what this game design is based on. So first and foremost, this is a social online, gaming experience. You have to, find players and, just jump in with randoms, or just, jump in with a squad and, play the game. So some of the modes, the only ones that they have, honestly, are just 2 modes. It's technically 3 modes, but I'm only going to really refer to these because this is, solos is you playing by yourself and you control all 3 of the players, and then this is where you can play with other people. It's a 3-on-3 versus basketball game. And the knockout just basically is referring to the fact that you have to go through like 4 rounds, and then if you go through the 4 rounds, you win a championship, which I won my first one today finally, since the day the game's release. So I'm proud of that accomplishment, because it is not easy to go through that, by the way. It's just a gauntlet. So the way that the knockout tournament works is like you play a match, but there's this little roulette thing that basically lets you know what are the win conditions, scoring conditions, and sort of like enhancements, if there's an enhancement in the game. And it tells you what it is. It'll say like, only threes count as 2-pointers, or alley-oops count as 3-pointers. You have to win by 11, or win, 11. You have to score 11 to win the match. You have to score 21, and the shots only count as 1s and 2s. That sort of thing. Or some matches will be like, you got unlimited boost. Stuff like that. So it makes it fun, and it makes the variety a little bit different as you're going through the matches. So you're not going to be reliant on like a Steph Curry and just shoot threes all day. You're not going to be reliant on somebody that can just dunk, and that kind of thing. So I like that sort of format. It's pretty cool. Knockout Friends is just you jumping in a private tournament. So like if you have a set of friends that you want to go through and create a tournament, they would just join this tournament. So it's like you're in control, but you're playing with people you've set the matchup with. It's not a lobby, because this is technically the lobby. The moment you turn the game on, this is the lobby. So you invite the people, and then you sort of go and do your thing. Now, the only offline thing that you can do is shoot around. I'll go over that in just a little bit, because that is how you can learn how to use the player or the characters that you are using in the game. But unfortunately, it's only just shooting. It literally is exactly that, shoot around. You're just practicing your shots, but you're not practicing where you're being guarded on, or you can't practice defense, so that you can practice running down back to the back court if the ball gets once they score. Because there's defensive mechanics, and you gotta learn them. I mean, it's an arcade basketball game, and it's like supposed to be stupid, simple, but there's some mechanics that you kind of, you need to learn, and there's no way to practice that unless you just play online. So, we went over the game modes. So, okay, so this has a shop, and the shop is basically just where you get all your cosmetic stuff. There's no pay to win kind of thing. There's no items that enhance your players and stuff like that. It's strictly cosmetic stuff, dunk animations, jerseys, taunts, badges, and banners for your profile stuff. That's about it. The base game, if you just buy the base game, you don't have access to any of the ones that you can buy. But if you buy the deluxe one, you get at least these 3. and it's cost 5K coins to get these guys. So you get your young LeBron, you get your young Steph, you get your young Kevin Durant, young Luka, and young Shai. They cost 5,000 coins. It's a lot. The deluxe version also gives you 1,000 coins to start with, so you're a little ahead of the game. And in order to get more of the in-game currency, you have to play the knockout modes and just accumulate whether you win or lose. So it's fun, it's cool, it's grindy, it's free in a sense. You're not having to spend money on like a battle pass or whatever. And then these are just sort of the items that you can get. I've already bought one jersey for him. And that's the thing, the jerseys are only going to be for the team member that they belong to. I wish like they'd let you, I guess it just maybe has a branding thing, but it'd be cool if like you could just be whatever player you wanted and then use any jersey. But I think a way around that is they probably need to do like create your own character like they had in NBA Street. And then that way you'd be able to wear whatever jersey or costume you'd like. You can't change the costumes of they're called legendary players in here. They're like the fictional characters, the ones that are like, they have like crazy stats. Babito Garcia is one of the characters. You can't change their outfits, unfortunately. But, they got, and then you don't get access to a lot of them until you get to that rank, so you won't have the ability to purchase any of these until way down the line, and I think the highest rank you can get is 50, and it stops at level 40 for you to be able to unlock the jerseys, so keep that in mind. The thing that I would like to unlock obviously is all the dunk animations, because there's a lot of them. You get like some real base ones to start with, and then you can equip them to the player that you're using. So, they got like where's the Air Jordan, the free throw line dunk, that sort of stuff. Let's see. They got the Vince, was it Vince Carter? Created that mess. I got these crazy ones like that. So yeah, dunks, and then you got taunts. Now the taunts are cool because like you can do them in game, and you can only use them. They're equipped to your digital or your directional pad, so you can only have 4 of them. But what's cool with the taunts is you can actually do them before the match starts, like because they show all 3 of your players lined up, and you can use the different taunts during that screen. And then if you win, you can also do the taunts after the match is over. So that's kind of cool. But these are what you can do during the game too. So like you make a shot, you can just hit one of the D-pad arrows and you'll do that. Badges. This is stuff for your profile stuff. It's cool. You can add your corresponding team and the team logo and whatever all this means. Maybe I don't know what these numbers are supposed to be for. I can imagine like maybe they're players or whatever. But they're just cosmetics again. You can do the profile banner. You can do the team icon. And this is what the banner will look like when you unlock them. So, and then on the left is where you're gonna put your picture. I'm assuming that's the Bulls. Which only lets me know that they're probably going to include... Oh no, that's Anthony Davis. It literally says it right there. Okay. Excuse me. So I heard that they may be adding legendary like NBA players and more like street type ballers like Skip to Malou and stuff like that. So hopefully they'll add that just to give it some more like longevity, I guess, because I mean, imagine, everybody will pay for Michael Jordan or Dr. J or Muggsy Bogues, Patrick Ewing, someone will pay for that DLC eventually when they release it. So Alright, so we've looked at that, and the locker is just where you set that stuff up. So once you've acquired things, see, and this is what I was talking about, like you can't change the outfits of the legends. Oh, okay, so maybe that's her number? That 31? I don't know. But here are the guys, and here, we'll just look at the characters now, or the players. So let's see how many they have just to start. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3. So 43, it looks like 43 players, and that's including the unlockable ones. So these are I'm just gonna kind of scroll through these really quick because I just wanted to talk about like the stats, and they do matter. They obviously are, you know, when you pick a player, you are controlling this player, whether you're doing solos or playing, you know, on a team. And you need to know your stats and like what kind of player they are so that you're effective on a team. Like, you can't just pick anybody and then just start shooting the ball around and dunking. And, you know, while it's designed for that kind of fun and simple, kind of mindless gameplay, you know, you're not like picking plays and like, you know, settings to crash the boards, you know, like other, you know, like simulated basketball game. It's an arcade basketball game. It's supposed to be played where you push and shove. You got a boost button, you know, you can boosted block, boosted ankle breaker, you know, that sort of thing. And you're going to want to know like what the strengths and weaknesses of your players are. So that's why they give you this little thing. But I still wish they'd have a tutorial to explain the mechanics of it. So like, if you were to unlock this character, the crown just means they're the best at it. So this is the best. You know, his stat is the best at dunks, passes, and aura. Aura is basically like the intimidation factor of a player. So like if you're guarding somebody, it's going to decrease their stats in a way so that like maybe they lose the ball a little bit more often than they would if you weren't guarding them with that player, or they can block the shot a little bit, you know, easier because they're intimidated by that player, or they can make they can't make shots over this player, you know, depending on what stat it's the crown is on. But that's what aura is supposed to be. Then there's something called in the zone. So in the zone is when you consecutively do make shots, steal the ball, ankle break people, you know, just you're doing things and you do them consecutively and you're successful with those, whatever it is. It unlocks the in the zone ability, which is a little meter that gets counted down. There's a bar that shows you how long you have the in the zone for, and then it unlocks like basically like a superpower for that player. And there's different names for these in the zone abilities, and this is giving you the explanation on what they are. So there's about like 10 to 11 different ones. So in this case, this player dropping dimes, you know, it'll increase his passing speed, and when he throws the ball to a player, it helps them with it increases their shots. So like if you see Steph Curry, you know, and he's not on fire, but you have your in the zone and you're dodging and breaking ankles and all that stuff, you pass it to Steph Curry, his likelihood of the shot will increase because you're in the zone. So that's kind of cool. Then this one is deep threat for this character. Reduce distance and guard penalty when shooting. So she's going to be like your overall offensive nightmare. No dunks. Her handles aren't great, so she's going to probably lose the ball a lot. She's not very fast. She's not very strong. But she'll make shots. You know, so if you leave her open too much, she's going to, you know, shoot on you. And then when she opens up that deep threat in the zone ability, you know, she's just going to drop them threes on you, basically. Now, he's going to be all defense. And this is what I hope that they do for... Oh, wow, that's a new one. I've never seen this in zone, so the shadow. Increase guard rating and range. Baller doesn't need to be in guard stance to affect the ball handler. And see, that's what I was talking about. So like when your guard statistic there's a button that triggers like when you hold your arms and legs out. That's being in guard. When you are in guard and you're standing in front of the player as they're trying to drive through the hoop or drive up the court, it decreases their stats on like you could probably steal the ball pretty easily if they're being guarded and if their guard stat is really high. So but yeah, he's a nightmare. I've played against him and he sucks to play against because he's like freaking almost 8 feet. He'll just knock your shot out from like 50 feet away. He just comes out of nowhere and blocks you. You can't drive on him, even with a guy like I have this character, and he has like the best dunks out of these characters, and he gets the ball dropped every time, knocked out. But he's another one of the extra characters. Spin cycle, he's just gonna break your ankles, steal, that sort of stuff. So his handles are the best, steals are the best, Aura is the best. So if he's guarding you, you're going to get the ball stolen. But Beto Garcia, they gave him 3s, handles, and Aura. So he's just going to be kind of more or less the same with this guy, except that he'll just make his 3s. But he can't shoot, he can't dunk, and every other stat sucks. So he's sort of like her, where she's just going to be really offensive in terms of shooting and stuff. Alright, then we got Lockdown for Adebayo, increased defensive rating, so that's pretty good. He's already got like all-around good stats, so Posterizer, that's a good in-the-zone ability. That just means that like you'll be able to knock down people a lot easier, and just sort of be like really aggressive. Even on an offense, you can push people down. When you have the ball, there's a mechanic where you hold the left button, left bumper, top L1, and hit the left on the right analog stick, and it pushes the defender down on the ground. So it's like you have a push on offense and you have a push on defense. Dropping dimes, this is a good one. This is that one, like I said, where it just increases the shots when you make passes for your teammates. Amped up, it just increases those ratings there. They can jump higher, they're going to be a little stronger, a little faster. Their stamina will be a little bit better for that duration of time. And I like this player from Orlando. Orlando Magic would be my basketball team if I had to pick one. And he's Filipino, if I'm not mistaken. Scotty Barnes. Everybody keeps talking about Scotty Barnes. So he's good in the paint. So that means that like his blocks are going to be good. You can push people better when you use his in the zone. He'll just dunk on you, and he's hard to stop in the lane. So that's a good player overall. Then we got Devin Booker, deep threat, so he's sort of like the Steph Curry when it comes to his in the zone. Once he gets in the zone, he's gonna just drop 3s on you all day. He's not, he's like almost not the best speed, but he's like second highest speed there with the 4 on his speed statistic there. And then we got LeBron coming up soon after Jaylen Brown. Amped up, just increases his stats for temporary. We got Jalen Brunson, unstoppable, or inside the perimeter, shooting. So his ankle breaker, so he's like handles and stuff like that. He's gonna be good on that. Going off. Okay, so this is another in the zone ability. So this one, it just increases your all of that: shots, dunks, handles, and passes. So that's pretty cool. Cade Cunningham, I heard he's pretty good too. I haven't used him yet. And I'm an old school NBA head, like 90s. So a lot of these young guys, I I know who some of them are, but I don't really pay attention to the sport as much as I used to. So they're going to be like unfamiliar territory to me. But you know, a lot of people I've been seeing online say he's pretty good. Steph Curry, no introduction there. Obviously, he's going to be great at threes. But what you'll notice, this is the standard one you get. There's the younger version, and he's got 2 gold crowns on stats, and it's going to be on handles and his aura. And so, like, he's going to basically be better, you know, with the handles as opposed to this one. You know, only slightly better though, because he's already maxed out. He's just not a gold crown on his handles here. And for the most part, like, what he gets better stats overall on his threes and on his guards and steals as opposed to that one. So, you know, Anthony Davis, Unibrow himself, paint control. You know, this would be like your Dennis Rodman. There's a backboard one, like getting rebounds, and I think that's, what's his name, Jokic, Joker. Joker, where's he at? Yeah, glass cleaner. This would be like Dennis Rodman, you know, if he gets put in the game. Because those are I'm just going over the in the zone abilities, because there's some unique ones that are not everybody. You know, there's only like one person that has like Rocket Man here. This is one. Increased speed rating, no energy drain. See, that's a cool one. So like that means like when he's in the zone, like he doesn't run out of his turbo button during that time. Another Rocket Man. So there's 2 of them. Lockdown, you know, and then I think we've kind of gone through everybody. Yeah, that's most of everybody. Paint control, posterizer, dropping dimes. Yep. So that's most of the players. Now again, the modes. There's only 1, 2, 3. Knockout squads. You get to be 1 of 3 in a team. This one you just play by yourself and you control all 3 members. And this one, you're just creating the tournament and you're inviting people to play in it. So I haven't really tried this one, and unless you have a big squad of people you play with, you know, I don't see myself jumping in that one very often. Alright, now I'm just going to go over this for myself and for maybe people out there who are wondering, like, how does the game play? Because, again, this game does not give you a tutorial whatsoever. So I'll try to do my due diligence and break it down as best I can. Now, as you're starting, you know, you actually move around with your analog stick, left analog stick. R2 is the run or sprint button. And as you run, you see the green meter kind of disappearing there. That's your stamina. And when you run out of that, you can't do your moves, you know. So on defense, this is when you don't have the ball. The moment you touch the ball, though, for some reason, you don't have access to these different animations. Because, like, if I go and grab the ball and shoot it, I can't do the guard, so I'm not going to touch it. And just because I do want to cover defense first. So let's take a look at defense. Alright, so here are the buttons. You know, it's going to vary for you if you're using Steam, PC, Xbox, yada yada yada. But square is your stealing. So when you want to try to swat at the ball, you're going to press that. Then I'm changing the camera view there, sorry. Okay, and then when you want to shoot, or not shoot, but let's go back to defense. When you want to shove a person, you're going to use the right analog stick and hit the left direction on the analog stick. But the thing is, as you're doing that, it takes away from your stamina or your sprint meter. See, if I keep doing it over and over, it makes a noise letting you know you can't use it until that gets replenished, you know, or replenished enough. So there's a cost to each thing. You see, that's how much meter it costs to do one shove. So let's see how many shoves you can do with a full meter. See, this is the kind of stuff that I think they should have done a tutorial, you know, portion of the game on. So 1, 2, 3. So you can do a total of 3 shoves. The moment you do 3 shoves, you gotta build that stuff back. Now, this meter is shared with all the other defensive stuff. So you got sprint, which will make it drain down consecutively. Guard doesn't drain it, but let's see, does dive? Yep, dive drains it, but not as much. So you can do like at least 6 dives, 5 dives, something like that. Now, enhanced guard and enhanced block. That means that, like, if you're gonna do like a block or a guard, you know, using this, then you can enhance that. But you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one doesn't. This one's probably the least, cost the least to do. So you can do that a bunch of times actually. But the moment you run out, you can't do the enhanced version. It'll just become a normal jump. Let's see what happens. Oh, you can just keep doing it basically, because it fills up fast enough. Like, it only costs like a little tiny bit of your stamina. And then there's enhanced guard, right? So if I'm guarding, that just drains just like as if you're running. So now I'm in regular guard, but enhanced guard, it's going to increase when you use that and you're playing against it. See, and that's the thing that sucks about the shoot around. It doesn't have an opponent for you to show the different things, but when you're guarding somebody that has the ball, there's a little shield icon over them letting you know they're in guard. So that means that if they try to spin around you or shoot or whatever, and you're in guard or an enhanced guard, it's going to decrease the likelihood of it being successful. You know, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's going to be based on how good their offense is and how good your defense is. So like when I was looking at those stats, that's going to affect like these mechanics. So like, you know, somebody with a really high guard, or if they got a crown on their guard and you put enhanced guard and you're, you know, in front of them, they might miss a shot a lot more often. That's that kind of stuff. So let's see what else is defense here. That's really it. Because and stealing, there's steal is just steal. There's no enhanced steal. Only enhanced guard and an enhanced block. Let's see. Jumping, regular jump doesn't use your meter. Regular steal, see, steal just takes the meter. So keep that in mind when you try to steal a ball. You gotta be very conscious of your meter. I like this game, you know, this looking at this, because it reminds me of playing fighting games. You know, because of the fact that there's like, you know, you gotta be meter conscious. And then we did dive, I said already, yeah. And there's no enhanced dive, or is there? It's just a dive. Let's see. There's no. Yeah, it doesn't go any further if you do like the turbo, you know, the sprint button. So dive uses up your meter. That'll make you tired. So like, depending on like your stamina stat, I guess, if you have a low stamina stat, these mechanics may change for that player. That's just my assumption. So okay, I think we got over all that. And then you got your taunts. They can be done offensively or defensively, or just basically when you don't have the ball, I guess. And camera. So camera, what I like about the camera system is it's not about selecting it for your preference. I think it's like you use the cameras for situations. So like, this is the normal camera. It's it zooms in on the action where the ball is and you in relation to the player. But like, once the ball is in your possession or in somebody's possession, the camera will kind of pan out in this view, and you'll be able to see, you know, up here or down here and somewhat to the back, you know, and you know, even off screen. But let's say you go off screen, you're on defense and you're trying to catch up or set yourself up for defense because they're about to drive the ball down. You can use this top view camera so that you can kind of figure out where you want to cover on the court. You know, if you want to cover the half court line, you know, that sort of thing. And then, like I said, keep in mind, if you use guard, you're not as fast. Well, actually, it's the same speed. It's just that enhanced guard just like gives you that extra boost on the, you know, the guarding. But anyways, use this camera to kind of position yourself on defense, and then when you want to go back to the regular camera, you can, you know, for just moving around. And because like this is a cool camera, you know, because like you're close to the action, but what's the problem of it is that you can't see off screen. So like if you lose the ball or you need to catch up to your teammates, you know, or defend, you can't see anything, so you can constantly shift that camera around. But this is the standard camera right here. Finally, I can go into getting the ball now. So now that I have the ball, if I shoot it, see, I won't be on defense anymore. See, I can't press any of the defensive animations, so that's why I'm glad I went over that first. But this character sucks at shooting. He can't shoot very well, but he's a god at dunking. So you can use the boosting or the... Let me see, is that how that works? If I used... No, it doesn't use sprint. It only sprints when you move. So see, right now, this is another thing to pay attention to. Depending... Okay, let's let the meter fill so you guys can check this out. So, on offense, when you have the ball and you hold the sprint button, the meter does not go down. It's only until you move. See? So you want to be conscious of that. Like, that helps you move faster, but you know, you don't want to waste your meter. Now, what you can do on offense when you have the ball is you've got dribble moves by using the analog stick. So if you hit up on the right analog stick, it does that. If you hit down on the analog stick, it does that. If you hit right on the analog stick, it does a step back. And then if you do left on the analog stick, it does a push. They take up your meter when you do those moves. So there's that move. There's that move. And then you can do an enhanced version, I think. Right? No? With L1. The ankle breaker, yeah. So ankle breaker is this stuff. That's a faster spin. That's a... I don't think that counts as a... Yeah, it's considered ankle breaker 4. So it's just like... And then you can tell the difference between that because of the flash. You see, they have that little colorful shadow around them, and that's what it does. But look how much of the meter it drains when you do it, you know. And see, if you consecutively do that thing that player is good at, it then triggers the you know, the in the zone, and then that you just hit the L3 and R3, you know, and the click down on the analog sticks, and they'll do this. And then now his is just like for passing and stuff. So like if I were to pass the ball, it'll increase the shots of my teammates, and you know, his passes probably won't get stolen as much, you know, that sort of thing. So it doesn't enhance his shots though, unfortunately, because like I said, he's just a dunker, which is odd because he's small. But anyways, there's that. Then what else is there? Oh, protect the ball. So this is important. So like when you're driving up and you're just dribbling like that, the ball is gonna get stolen like really easily, even if you're running. So you want to always kind of keep the ball as much as you can away from a defender like that. Make sure that they're on the side where you don't have the ball in your hand. So, but if you run into the problem where they're just stealing because you're going this way, like a forward momentum towards the basket, or running up the court like this, or trying to cut this way, and somebody comes over to where the ball is, you can do that, and that puts your hand up so that they can't go over to where the ball is. So while you can turn that way, that'll protect it, but this is probably the best way to protect the ball. And it doesn't it cannot be enhanced. So there's no like I'm hitting the sprint button. There's nothing happening. If I run and sprint, it's another. What actually this is good for. So like say I'm running and I do this. This gives you a chance to build your sprint meter back by going into the offensive guard position. So now when you have that position, you can use your right analog stick, your ankle breaker moves. So you can do that, but then go immediately into the guard. You can do that, see? And you can do a step back and be in the guard and push, But the thing is you can't enhance it when you're in guard. See? If I'm holding guard position and I'm holding the turbo, it doesn't enhance the ankle. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm doing the wrong button, that's why. So yes, you can't enhance the ankle breakers while in guard. It's just that now your fingers are gonna you're gonna have 4 fingers covering the bumper buttons and the triggers, But that's just kind of a way to, have an understanding on how to not waste your meter and still kind of protect the ball, when you're dribbling. Yeah, spin, that's only this. They don't have a crossover dribble button. They do have this. They have the, what do they call it? They call it style move. So this is what's more akin to NBA Street, all that stuff. Now, I don't think these are not enhanced. So they don't, and it's random what the stylish move you're gonna do. You can't pick the animation and what's gonna happen. It just does it. With that said, if you do it with the turbo button, it doesn't do anything. So don't use turbo meter or press that button, because you're just gonna expend more of your stamina by trying to run. And because I'm glad I'm going over this, because I would play thinking like it was doing something, but I wasn't paying attention to the meter. And so like let's say I'm running up and I'm guarding, right, and I want to do one of these, see, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that turbo, the moment you move, drains your stamina, and then you're making it worse by holding the turbo running and pressing that. So don't do that, because you'll run out of stamina really fast. So if you're just gonna do stylish moves, just do the button and then just kind of stop. Don't even try using the turbo unless you're gonna run. You need to change direction or you need to move out really quick. I guess your most effective thing to do in this scenario when you're driving up and you're trying to conserve your stamina is just go into this position, the guard. What else? Okay, so they have like icon passing in this game. Icon passing, if you're not familiar, in traditional basketball games just means like you can press a button and it'll show the icons of the players that you want to throw it to, and you press that corresponding button and it throws it to them. I wish they had something similar for defense. If you're when you're playing solos, they don't. So when you're on defense and you're playing solo and you're controlling all 3 of the people, the only way to switch to a different defender is just pressing the X button. So that's another tip for people who have not, don't maybe understand that. If you're on defense, you don't have the ball, and you're running up the court, and you need to switch to somebody to change like a defender that may need to be that's closer to the paint, that's guarding somebody, the NPC. Just hit X and you'll switch to that, that player. I guess it just, when you press it, it just goes to the person nearest to the ball. Maybe that's how that works. But again, this game does not have a tutorial, so none of this stuff is explained at all. Alright. Shooting. Obviously, that's just your square button. And another mechanic they don't really explain is if you look at I don't know what the outer yellow circle is for. Oh no, that's just you. That's just to identify your player color. You know, like who you're controlling. The center bullseye looking circle. What that's for is it's sort of like your I guess hot zones for shooting. Unfortunately, this particular character does not have any good hot zones. So like the further away you're from the basket, the worse the shooting is going to get. So if it's red, you're missing it. If it's orange, you may make it. If it's yellow, you'll make it. But it may not be consistent. You know, like right now, I'm only on fire because I did something to activate the, you know, the dropping the dimes in the zone thing. But see, he sucks at shooting, so like I have to. And then when it's fire like that, you're gonna make it. It's just that just means this shot's going in, unless they magically come out of nowhere and block it with the Web Yana or the El Gigante or somebody like that. But see, he's not going to be very effective, and it's just your standard affair. You know, you press and hold the button, and at the apex of their jump, you let the button go, and that's how you shoot it. If the little thing is green when a person is shooting, that means that's a hot zone for them and that they can shoot. So like Steph Curry can be here, Steph Curry can be like right here and it'll still be green, but if he's like right here it'll be like yellow, and then if he's like right here it'll be like orange, you know, or red. So just keep that in mind. See, he's never gonna make like threes, no matter how many times I try to shoot it. Even if I'm in the zone, there's no way. He sucks at threes. So that's why the stats matter, and you really need to pay attention to that. Like, I don't even think like you can press sprint and it doesn't enhance the shot. Yeah, no. The sprint doesn't work that way. He just sucks at threes. He's gonna miss every time. So, don't take threes with this character. Oh, off the Heezy. I can't show this because unfortunately there's nobody to throw it. But that just means that you bounce the ball off the opponent. So if you're driving up with that, I think that's pretty cool. Like if you go up the court and you do that, you can do a stylish move and then do off the Heezy. It'll bounce it off the player and then it'll come back to you and you can go up and then dunk. Dunking is exactly that. You just run up. If they have a dunk, they'll run up and dunk. Dunking can be augmented with these buttons, L1, L2, R1, and then L1 and R1 at the same time. So there's 5 variations of the dunk. So there's just the square button by itself, or the shooting button. Then there's the L1. That's one of the new dunks I bought. Then there's R1. And then there's L1 and R1 are the top bumper buttons together. Okay, and they're not enhanced by turbo or anything like that, so there's no need to. You're just driving up, you know. I think in some games, like when you're using the running button, it can augment the kind of shot that's being done, but it's not like that in this game. And you get your standard 4 dunks. The only other different one is holding L1, and you see that triangle is appearing above the backboard. That means that you're gonna throw it off the backboard to alley-oop to yourself. Now, alley-oops, I'm still trying to understand how they work in this game, but for the most part, if you want to toss it to a teammate that jumps in the air, you can do an alley-oop, but there isn't like an alley-oop sort of like button or anything like that. There's nothing to like make the player, if you're playing by yourself with all 3 of the teammates, that will make them do an alley-oop, except for you jumping when you don't have the ball in your possession. And that's just how you do an alley-oop. They don't explain it. You can only alley-oop to yourself. And I'm assuming that if you did to the backboard and someone else jumps, they can jump and that counts as an alley-oop. But like, you have to anticipate a person running to the hoop, and you just doing this. Yeah, you just have to pass to the teammate and just do an icon pass where you're holding the L1 and you see them. Instead of pressing triangle to throw the backboard, you'd press X or circle, but you have to see them jumping to the basket, and that's the only way to do an alley-oop. That's my understanding of how that works. Okay, what's happening? Why can't I move? Oh, thought it froze on me for a second. That, for the most part, is the controls of the game. There's nothing else really to go over. All of it is, that's it. There's nothing special, offensively, defensively, that's different from the buttons and stuff I just went over. So, again, you want to use the cameras for scenarios, situations. This is probably best for catching up on defense and positioning yourself, and then you can switch back to the action cam if you want. Alright, so that's controls. Let's go ahead and leave shoot around, and we'll go over... Let's just go over to a match. I'll start with solos. So... that way I can explain as I play, I guess. Let's see, we'll have LeBron, we'll have Anthony Edwards. Yeah, this is probably an okay team. I should pick... Yeah, this is probably pretty solid, because these can shoot threes, or I can't. Oh, and that's the thing too. So team synergy is an important thing. If you start and people are joined in, okay, so here's how this works. If you play on a team, or you want to play a knockout with other players, you're not going to see what players they're going to have until after the fact. So if you lose or win, or let's say you lose that round and you have to play a new match, you'll then get into a party here where you can see who's they're controlling. Now, the reason why that's important to know is because if you find that like your synergy sucked that match, and you're like, you got too many shooting people or too many tall people or whatever, you want to have a balanced team where you want like you want the best of all worlds with all three players. Like, you want someone that's going to be not only good with like height and defense and shooting, but you might want to have somebody that can have a good balance of 2 points in shooting with guarding, or shooting with rebounding or something. You want to have that kind of balance. You just don't want like 3 Steph Currys or 3 LeBron James or 3 Wembanyama's, because you're going to suffer on the dynamic of running up the court. Like, while you may be like a blocking nightmare, if they all got like fast players, you're not going to catch up to them. So you're going to want to look at your these things when you want to pair up with whoever is using different characters. It's kind of like Overwatch if you think about it. Like, it's the same thing. Like, if you're playing Overwatch, you don't want like 3 of one type of character. You want to just cover your bases with all 3 players, and that's whether you're playing solo or teams. So in this instance, I'm going to go ahead and try to jump into an online match. Okay, so when you start the match, you're going to have to dive after the ball. Each of the players on the opposite end of the court, the ball's in the middle, and you can run with the turbo button, and circle will dive after the ball. That was probably the only thing I missed on the offensive stuff, was diving. Or on defense was diving for the ball. Oh, no, we did cover that. I forgot we covered defense first. Okay. You can't change the camera angle until the game starts, so just be ready to change it if you need to. I usually like starting with the original camera angle. Oh, let's see, when you want to get on defense, see what I'm saying, like you want to There's icon passing X. So I'm not gonna shoot with this individual. Oh, come on. Man, things happen so fast. Sometimes you don't know where the ball is at all. Ooh. Don't get... Okay, there we go. And see if, like, if you're just trying to, like, stop the momentum of the... when trying to go on the break, hold on a second.
Way to connect with your teammate.
And then sometimes I do like going to this because you don't know where you are sometimes. Okay, oh. I'm getting my ass handed to me right now. Unfortunately. Oh, broke the make? Bam, there we go. Okay. I wanted to push him there, but I figured he was gonna... Oh man, no, there you go. Oh man, I should have went up to the... do a putback. Just don't see myself winning here, but... There we go. Yeah, if you're wide open and there's nobody guarding you, you're gonna make that shot if you have a good can't shoot rating. There we go.
Yo, go practice with the guy you in the trailer, man. Ooh, nice pass. Yes, we like to share the...
There we go. I didn't even see what the hell is going on just now. Oh, come on.
Yes! Congratulations, you got the ball. Next basket wins it for Skins.
Let me down there. Yeah, when you get down in the paint, sometimes you gotta just delay your shot because if they're expecting it. Yeah, there we go. But that's pretty much a match. Yeah, defense it's pretty tough in this game. I mean, you just have to, it's not even about knowing the controls, it's just positioning yourself to put yourself in a situation where you can commit some kind of defense against the opponent, you know. I'm still struggling with blocking, like, you know, blocking shots, because you'll have the tendency to want to jump immediately, and you just have to watch the player and kind of like condition them with your defense or condition them with their offense and vice versa. If they're conditioning you to do something a specific way, you want to, you know, try to change the way you're approaching the opponent and stuff. I'm gonna back out, and then we're gonna do we'll do a team match now. So that way I can just sort of focus on just one player instead of just multiple players. And let's see. This is the roulette thing that's about to happen. It's gonna let us know what kind of a match we're gonna have. The rules. The roulette. Back to basics. So it's just first to 11 ones and twos, meaning like only 1 pointers and 2 pointers.
Oh yeah, we in the grandest of the grand. Rocker Park, aka 55th. This the qualifiers.
So no special rules. So there's no augments to the game. It's just standard, just first to 11. The game is cross-play. You can play with Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. Oh. But yeah, you can call for the ball when you're on offense. So like if you're running down, you hold L1, and you'll call for the ball. Not shooting that fake. Know my lesson for that. See, I like this on defense, but then you can switch. Oh man. Of course he's gonna go for the 3 when he had a dunk already. God. I don't understand, like, sometimes when I'm using...
Is someone making an acai bowl and put the banana peel on the floor? What is going on over here?
Shoot it. Oh. Shoot it.
Oh, wipes it off the glass.
If he would have shot it, I would have jumped up for the putback. I am wide open. Why are you not throwing it? Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna probably lose this. I don't get the... I'm doing the guard thing. Sometimes I just don't understand. Oh man, that's it. Yeah, I don't understand stealing sometimes too. Like, the whole purpose of the guard button is to keep them away from your dribbling hand. You know, when you're dribbling the ball with a certain hand. You see, when you lose, the guy just did his taunt. Yeah, I just sometimes I don't understand like how the ball is getting stolen. I'm trying to pay attention to that a little bit more from time to time. I mean, just things happen so fast. You just have to kind of be on your toes, you know. If you drop the ball, you know, don't just like freak out, you know, like go try to get the ball back, you know, stuff like that. Now, when you lose, it'll keep the people on your team that you just recently played with there, and if they decide to stay, you know, you can just start another game up. Usually when you get blown out, though, that's the one thing I'll talk about. So, while it's cool that it's fast, you know, game matches and everything, like, supposedly this game uses rollback netcode, which is a lot of the kind of netcode that's used in fighting games, so that the experience is seamless. It doesn't desync, and it doesn't feel like the controls are lagging because, you know, you do an input and then it delays and has to catch up to the others, blah, 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 blah. It's great. The netcode experience is great. You know, I haven't had a match where it felt sluggish or choppy or anything like that. On top of that, it's also cross-play, so you can play with other consoles, PC, Steam, that sort of stuff. The only caveat that I find is that when you do the knockout squads, unless you're winning or you're playing with people who are like you, who just want to get a good game in and try to do the best they can, if you lose, you know, you just start up another one and play, people will just quickly quit. You know, like, you could have did all the work yourself, you know, and did like some awesome defense, and a lot of times there's nothing on the way you're playing. It's just that people have like that short attention span, like, I'm just gonna go to another game, I don't want to play with this player, which is fine. But I wish there was a way to lock the slots, meaning like I think they should add a function so that when you start a game up and you want people to join you, you want people to join you with the intention of staying in the, you know, staying as a team, win or lose. Like, maybe something to say like, you know, that's why I think they should do lobbies. You know, maybe there could be a setting where you can be like, you know, friendly games, looking for teammates, you know, locked player slots, so that, you know, so you don't quit, you know, that kind of thing, just so that you can keep the game going. Because sometimes you don't get synergy on 1 or 2 or 3 games with the player, because, you know, depending on who they're using, what kind of style they like to play, whether they like to shoot a lot, you know, you don't know how they want to play. Then you get the stereotypical ball hog who grab the ball and just kind of shoot just for no damn reason and run around the court trying to do all the work. instead of, you know, passing it out to the teammates. So I like to play a character like this, you know, like I like shooting guards, point guard type of plays where I'm not the focus. I'm just ball distribution, maybe make a couple shots here and there. But I like to play and pass out and try to get steals. You know, so far, I think the players that I like, he's pretty good. I like Kevin Durant, the old school one, the younger Kevin Durant from the Supersonics. He's pretty good, and I have a pretty decent, you know, semi-decent win rate with those players versus, like, say, a Steph Curry. Like, Steph Curry is really hard because you get people jump on you as soon as you get the ball, you know, and so, like, it's hard trying to shoot, and you have to really know how to get yourself in position to shoot. But let's keep it going. I'm going to put on grayscale because I think I was a little confused as to who was on my team. Grayscale just means the opponents will be in grayscale, so that like they're black and white, so that you can tell like who's your teammates and who's their teammates. Okay. Oh, that's a cool rule. Old school. There's no in the zone, meaning like you can't just build the meter up for that. Okay, Oop City. So this is a cool one. You're gonna get 3 points for alley oops, and it's first to 21. Now this would be a mode where I could look, 2 Steph Currys. We'll see how this plays out. Now, see, if we had all big guys, I think this would like having 2 Steph Currys is not a good matchup, because if you got big guys, they'll block their shots if you're good at defense. Let's see. I actually like how you have to run for the ball. It's kind of fun. I didn't mean to pass it. I just thought I was going to get blocked. Oh Lord, what did you just do? Okay, so alley-oop to yourself is probably going to count as an alley-oop. Nope. If he misses the ball, I guess that'll count as an alley-oop. And because I just did a putback. Just trying to see like what counts as 3 points or what's considered an alley-oop. Oh, he pushed me. Oh, see, they want to push me because they don't want me going for the putbacks. Come on, guys, get on defense. Yeah, a self alley-oop is counts as a off the backboard. That counts as an alley-oop. So I need a score, man. Good block. Oh, nice. That was pretty cool. He threw it to the backboard, then tried to catch it, but then threw it to his teammate. They were all over the place on that one.
Because there's always another game and you could play more, but right now only one team is moving.
Like in the beginning, I don't understand why the guy like tried to shoot after he was past the ball. I didn't mean to pass it out to him on that first opening. I was trying to dunk, and then like I don't know. I thought maybe I was gonna get blocked or something. Yeah, but overall the game's fun. I'm having a good time with it. I think people mostly are, but I think like the game can get stale really fast if you don't play with the right people. Like if you constantly play with random players online, regardless of console or PC or whatever, you just have those individuals who just like, you know, like I said, they're in there for one match and then they want to get out because they didn't do good on that one game, rather than trying to like build comprehension, understanding of, you know, how you play with each other and stuff like that. But I don't know, if you guys want to see any more videos like this, let me know. Post in the comments, or if there's anything I didn't cover that you would like to see, you know, definitely leave leave some feedback. I plan on playing this a little more online. I was on one of the streams that I watch, Justin Wong, who plays fighting games, who's known for his Street Fighter antics and all that, and he was interested in playing this game, and he said hit him up if he happens to jump on it, because I think a lot of people were like waiting for this game, especially since like right now the NBA finals are happening. You know, just I think the hype. I think the hype around just the finals is what's gotten people wanting to play this. But it's also just a good, fun arcade experience. You know, like I said, the matches are great, and it plays fast. You know, like you're just in and out, and I think that's what's nice about it. Just hope they have more variety down the road. Maybe add some more game modes and features. You know, I think the game will evolve over time if people care about it enough. Alright, looks like we got another match. See how many runs I can do before the teammates decide to quit. I wish I could play with the guys I won the tournament with earlier, because they were pretty solid. You know, we all did our part. I just gotta focus on getting the ball out to people, and hopefully they'll shoot and just take dunks when they're necessary.
Philadelphia, PA, home of the Liberty Bell. Get busy.
Alright, got Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's good.
Tres, dos, uno, vámonos!
I mean, like in the game. I mean, he's a great player, but I'm referring to like the fact that he's actually pretty solid.
For all baskets,
Oh,
no
man.
matter where you shoot from the court.
Whoa.
Ooh, we gonna take it back to the
Little
old school. That
delay there, but I guess that worked itself out somehow. Oh, come on, guys. You gotta jump up.
great good times, come on.
I love going for putbacks with Shen because he's so little and comes out of nowhere. Wow, that's a pretty aggressive shove there.
Kiss. Yo.
Oh,
We
come
gotta get
on.
logic to this, people. We gotta get a
I
rhythm.
don't understand that. I'm like clear to the hoop. Like I get shoved out of nowhere.
Dave with the hoo-ha!
Should've just... I'm gonna try to look at some,
Almost lost my voice on that one. Hey.
I don't know, not guides, but like maybe some... They really need something for the mechanics of this game, because I just don't understand certain aspects of like why something, like something in more detail of like how guarding and, you know, is affected by
Next basket wins it.
stats. Because,
Like that. Shirt
you know,
swinging.
you see when I was putting guard and I was guarding the guy, the little shield comes up. So I don't know if that means that like that lowers their percentage on making a shot if I'm guarding them, if I have a high guard, or if they have a high offense, you know, or shooting or whatever it is. Yeah, I couldn't get anything going. I don't like the short ones where it's like first to 11. I like the ones where it's first to 30 or 24. Just get more time to kind of adjust yourself, you know. But that's the thing that sucks about playing online only. Like, it just, you know, you just literally you're thrown into the deep end of the pool, and you just have to like, you know, learn from experience. Just get balled on until you understand how to play better. I mean, I have a good idea on how to play this game, but I just need to maybe focus on like the role, you know, like what your function is as the role of that
Oh
character.
yeah, Philadelphia. It's time for the qualifiers. My name is Bobito Garcia, aka Cool Bob Love, and if you don't play right, I will sub
Okay,
for
so
you.
there's 3-pointers in this instead of 2-pointers.
Pizza, burgers, hot dogs, go! Triple threat, first to 24. Trays and
Whoever
trays,
gets the ball first
everything
always
else
gets the
is
first
sort
shot,
of
whether it's a
bad.
dunk or a
Oh, we hit him with the whip wash.
get on defense here.
SGA gets blocked. Oh no!
Oh, come on, that went in.
What a way to start the day! Hey!
Just trying to get the ball up court. See, how does he get the ball hit out of his hand? I'm like, I'm in the air, like.
Oh no! Come on now, that's the wrong shot.
It's frustrating sometimes because
Stick to the plan.
if this guy has such a high dunk rating, like, why can't I just go in and get a dunk? I mean, it's against 2 defenders, I get that, but it just doesn't make sense sometimes. Like, I don't remember what his speed is, but he should be fast enough to cut through and slice through the lane.
Bottom of the net. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
He's really good at putbacks. And that I know that much.
KD with the block. Yeah.
Like, how is he getting the steals? Like, I don't understand.
No bucket for KD. Wah. Ooh, that's a one-hand rebound.
Oh, why'd you? Oh, okay. Oof. As long as you made it.
Take that, sucker.
This is like, I'm gonna freak
KD was calling
freak
for
this butt. Oh, jeez.
Give it a B-I-Z-N-E-S-S.
Again with this knocking me out, like they miss a steal and then they go for the jump.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Can you just pay
Oh,
attention?
still made it
We
in. Oh,
have
come
a
on.
rule for a reason. Fuego!
Lord.
Listen, I know you all look cool, but B, tie your shoes.
Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
Ooh, KD with a miss. How many times has that happened in his career? Not as many times as he made it.
Jeez. I don't even know what player that character or that guy was
Oh
using.
man, better luck next time you took the L. It's all
Oh,
good.
that's Shy, isn't
You
it?
do not
Whatever
advance
his name
to
is.
the quarterfinals.
Jeez. It's tough out here on these streets. I'm telling you, this game is not easy to play sometimes. Gonna have 2 Kevin Durants? Alright. You think I should change? Let me see. Who should I change to? If I want to change to Kevin Durant, I'll go get Supersonic Kevin Durant.
Listen, listen.
Boom.
If I was you, I would have done the same exact thing.
Yeah, no. Let me go back to my guy, because... what's his defense? His defense is... oh, that's why. His guard sucks. No wonder. Alright, yeah, let's get somebody a little bit more well-rounded. There we go. Maybe that will help out. God, he's just an offensive guy. I didn't really pay attention to that. No wonder I can't steal with him or anything.
Scroll on down the road. Spring Garden.
I mean, that was clutch one game, the one that I won the tournament with, but... Jokic with his little Pillsbury Doughboy, puffy belly.
No crowd, no mercy, just you, the double rims, and your name on the line. Ooh, here we go!
Oh, how was he on our side? What the hell was that? I know y'all just saw that. That dude was like not on our team, but he came from our side. Whoa, is there people already hacking this game? Oh my god, what was that?
It's official.
Yeah, what the hell was that? That just happened. Cardman. Look at the player, he's just sitting up there. The guy that's using Ant.
Come on, let's make that cluck. I love it, yo. What?
Man, I hate when they just blow right by you. Oh, now he wants to like jump in and play. Must be like lag or something. There's just no way he was just sitting out that whole time like for no reason.
Too much blood on his hands. Ice water. Block party, everybody.
There we go. Oh, I thought you got the ball, man.
Oh yeah, with the crunch mode, yo. You want a glass of milk with them cookies? Maybe la próxima vez.
Don't get... Oh, come on. About to say, man, better not miss that.
What kind of rebound was that, yo? Oh, did you eat your breakfast yet?
I was gonna throw it off the backboard, but I was trying not to mess up the controls. No.
Yeah, buckets and buckets.
Maybe I'll do it this time.
Yo, get this shot. us because this bucket is heavy right now.
It'd be cool if they had like a tug of war type of scoring where like every score it takes away points from the other team or something.
You're in the zone! Oh my god, no pepperonis allowed!
Oh, alley-oop. Bam.
Oh, man, I don't know
Got
if
the
I can do
game-winning
that
shot.
again.
That's what's fun about this game. It's like, you know, there's just those moments where like you get that last like shot in and
That's it. You took the
it
W
feels
to
like, you know,
qualifiers. You are
exciting.
moving on to the
Oh, I got
quarterfinals.
MVP too. Nice. Oh, wow, 20 points. Such a big difference from the last games I played.
Scroll on down, scroll on down, scroll on down the road.
Yeah, that was partly because of that one guy. Oh, old school. All right, so these are all ones and twos and no in the zone. That was so weird though. He was like on our side at the start of the game, and he jumped to get the ball from our side. So it was I was confused of what was happening. And then like he just sat there for a little while. It had to have been a online network netcode thing.
Pizza, burgers, hot dogs, go!
Oh wow! Wait.
What we're about to do right now is go back, way back, back into time.
Looks totally
Old
missed
school,
that.
first to 7. 1 point for any and all baskets. In your nostril hole.
Seems like another little wonky game where, oh, this is like shorter points. We need to like kind of focus here because
Giannis, he wanted the ball. Ay, 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 ay. Drink your coffee. Cha-ching! Oh my, yo, man, Jokic is so ridiculously talented. He gets
how
a
did he get the
steal.
ball back? Oh, it's rubber banding.
Ooh,
Oh,
extreme.
you're praising the netcode and it's like just messing up all of a sudden. I think I changed it. Wow, that was a deep three. That was like wide open too.
I'm laughing at you. All the marbles.
Either they're having some internet issues or they're just giving up. I don't know, but I'll take it.
Oh man, I want you on my team.
Wow, that should have made him miss because he hesitated.
Oh, making up words.
Oh, dunk it.
Good day with the boost.
There we go.
Just like that. Sharks wins the game. Oh yeah, keep on stepping, rising up the stairs. Semifinals is next.
There's the taunt. Oh. Yeah, see, they had the little sad face thing instead of the icon for what console we were playing from.
Keep it,
Like
keep it
I
going.
think it's a
keep it going. Which one
netcode
we
issue.
going? The button. Rucker, Oops City.
I wish there was a way to play through with NPCs too to help you unlock the stuff. You know, like you should be able to just go through and play something to the CPU and not just, you know, always online with people. Because like, what if the servers go down and you just want to play the game, you know, like offline?
Rocker Park, the semifinals. Te felicito. Congratulations.
Alright, first to 12. Oh, Straight Menace, I played with him. Oh no, he's on my team. I thought that was on the opposite team.
Go! Welcome to Oop City. 12 points to score. We pick up scoring for Alley.
No one dove after the ball. They all just
That's Turkey with no
oh,
gravy.
come on, I jumped too early.
Ooh, you made a shot in the Mecca. Congratulations.
What y'all jumping for? Oh, why'd you try to shoot the 3? You just wasted our... Oh my god, that was so ugly. Damn it. I knew I should have not let him go.
Oh, rebound. Come on, man, that is golden.
No. They need 3 more, man.
He gonna be one of the greatest.
Do it to us.
Yeah, buckets and buckets and buckets. Take that, sucker. That's provolone cheese with no alone.
Just trying to help us get back in the game here.
Yes, congratulations, you got the ball. We are there, we've arrived in the zone.
Get it. Come on, man.
They coming out the zone, yo. Oh, no.
Not gonna win this.
Oh, he tried to go for the W and it got out of here.
Stealing is ridiculous.
Off the meat rack of zone. LaMelo, almost. Tie your shoes, kid.
Shoot it. Oh! Damn it. I tried to pass it over to Straight Menace. I saw him on the side. I just was trying to get over there. But, oh well. That was annoying.
Semifinals. Boom. Maybe to try again. I don't know.
Only 1 block. I mean, I was the only one scoring. Like, nobody was able to get the shots. Alright, well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for today. I just wanted to do my little breakdown, show a couple online matches. We leveled up. We won a couple, didn't win a tournament online or on the stream, but I'll just, I'm glad we got to see what it looks like when you level up. So, GG's to whoever these guys were. Let me try to see if I can add. Now, this is how you add people that you recently played with. Just you know, go down the line and you'll see the names. And then oh wait, they have messaging? I just realized that. Oh, friend requests. Okay, I thought you had messaging because they don't have like chat. They don't have you know, like a lot like where you can at least do voice chat or regular chat. You know, I think that's something they need to improve on in here. But that'll do it for today's video. Thank you for jumping in and checking out the stream. I'll definitely do some more videos of NBA in the run, and if you like what you see here, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. I just do this for fun. I play, you know, I play games when I can, and today was just one of those days where I had some free time on my hands, and I wanted to show this game off a little bit. Gain some, you know, get some interest and get some people that may be interested in it that wanted to get a little breakdown. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.